small block, small cubic inch, single turbo, small tire car, sitting number 2 overall.
It's all my fault, so obviously.
I blew the drum clean out the windshield.
Emily Reeves here to kick off day 2 of Sick Summer, brought to you by Motion Raceworks. My dude Tom Bailey isn't feeling too hot right now, but he will be back. Keep an eye out for him. This day is gonna rock. Y'all stay tuned.
Try not to stand in the tree. Don't walk that around. The whole transmission. Yeah, oh, that's a drum that exploded at Stockade. Yeah. Yep.
Oh my gosh, never had that happen before.
Oh, look at the windshield.
Oh, it blew the drum clean out the windshield.
Right through the windshield. She's still good.
Clean through the windshield.
Good Lord.
I was wondering what the hey Wendy, look. I was wondering what the plastic was, but it.
Hey guys, we are at Sick Summer, day number 2. We are at Great Lakes Dragaway. Yesterday we were at Byron, and let me tell you, that was not the day. That's not the day. So the fun part about drag and drive is it just throws you curveballs every single time. So we just came from running personal best back to back. We made a minute change. I'm talking like little babe. We barely tightened the converter because I needed it down track. And I don't know for a fact that that's what was happening yesterday, but I went out for my test pass on Sunday and I thought I annihilated the tires because the wheel speed just went crazy, smoked the tires. First pass on Monday, I pulled a ton of power. I should have knocked this thing on its face thinking it was right. I did actually end up doing that, but I went out, guess what? I smoked the tires. So I'm like, we're looking at this wrong. Dad and I started like numbers crunching, floating up here, whatever. And then we're dead hooking the tire. So basically the back of the car was just slamming down like that, slamming the wheelie bars, the front end drops. And so I'm like, well, if I pulled a ton of power and it didn't work, I might as well go back to where I was. And guess what? It did the same thing. Make that make sense. Exactly. So then as I was going up for my second pass, they texted, I have the receipts. They texted at 2:04. They're like, all run. I looked at Steve, who's pitted by me. I was like, Stevie, all run. And we're like, we're not that far from the lanes. We go get in the lanes, and there's like 6 billion people already up there. And I'm like, how did that happen? So I'm like going up for my pass, pull over, check my phone, and it's like, lanes are closed. And I'm like, well, this one's gonna have to count. When you have an 817, I haven't turned in an 817 and I don't know how long. So go up to make my pass, smoke the tires, and I'm like, pedal, 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 all the way down the track. It was just a disaster. But had an 845, turned in an 817. Somehow we're still third in unlimited iron. It's a disaster. I can't really suck more. I could, but so now it's basically test week. We're calling it test week, and try not to lose third place because we're not gonna move up, but it's okay. The car made it, and yeah, day 2. Let's go. Hey, can I tell you one more thing? The one good thing is we're making horsepower. I got power. I just gotta get to the ground now. That's the one positive of this. Yesterday we sucked. I've said that 10 times. Today we went out, we made a bar change to the chassis, put new Mickey Thompson tires on it, and went out and I put my pass from Chicago. I'd studied, I have data. And I was like, I'm putting the pass from Chicago, which was our fastest pass. I went out, thing power wheelied, and then it just like went a little left, sat back down. I was like, oh, we're going now. Shift, it was good. Shift, it was good, and then I just hold on. And it was a 672 at 215. So we're doing a one and done, but in typical fashion, we're not getting out of here on time because I spent time in the Peak booth, and then I got to give their crew a tour. So I took them over to Impound, showed them this world, and yeah, so now we're finally packing up. I'm burning up. I'm ready to go. I'm thirsty. Do we have an ice cream stop this time? I'm hoping this is the one with an ice cream stop. But we're gonna hit the road. It's a one and done. Technically, Steve ran a 10 today against me, so I'm just saying, hopefully his next pass is good, but if it's not, we're still in the game. So it's not over yet. But anyways, yeah, today was a good day. Hopefully we can keep that up.
Everything's, it's all my fault, so obviously. But I think I changed injectors. I went from duals to single. And then I have been reconfiguring and trying to redo my tire tune-up and have totally effed it all up. So, totally effed it up. Yesterday we went from where I was just barely getting down track, like 690s, which is like pitiful, and said, okay, all right, so it's no big deal. And then all of a sudden we had an injector driver problem. So we fixed the injector driver so it wouldn't sneeze down the middle of the track. And so that's good. And so we show up here today and I'm working with Lewis over at Fuel Tech, and he's showing me the correct way of doing things. And now it's so freaking far off. Not because of what he showed me, but because how I was doing it. So he's showing me the right way of doing it, and I'm stacking it on top of the wrong way of doing it, and which a right and a wrong still equals effed up. Okay, so one right, one wrong equals effed up, and so it's totally effed up. And so then he comes over and everybody's watching it, and I'm looking at it, I'm going everything, and said, it's just like so astronomically rich and down on power, and it's just so unhappy. It just, you saw how it left, and it just went blah.
I would describe it as it left like a turd and then it got turdier.
Yes, it left like a turd, and then it just started circling the bowl, and it just was like, oh, going down. It's like, how can this car has never been that bad in its life? So Lewis said, well, where are you at compared to where you used to be? Well, I'm down here. He says, well, put the boost back in it. Screw it. And it's like, you know what? Screw it. I can't do any worse than that. So we're gonna put the power back in it now. It's gonna do something, and I did test it on two-step, so we're doing something. We're gonna figure it out here in a second, hopefully. So it might go out there. I would be fine if it went out there and just killed it, just killed the tire, just violence like no other. Just like Devin's, hate crime racing. It's just full of hate, but don't go down track. I'd feel okay. Because if it goes down track like that again, I would be embarrassed. I'm gonna be mad. Oh, it's been rough. Let's put it that way.
My dad's still sick, so me and Andy are still just running this thing. We got to the hotel at like 2 a.m. last night, 2:30. Whatever, new converter and all that stuff. Put it on the two-step at the dude's house. We think it does better now. It got up to 35, so couldn't get up to 25 before. So
flashed okay, but didn't do a skid. We're thinking, oh no, like we done the right thing, but we'll soon find out, I suppose.
What was the dude?
Chris and Justin, I think, 2 guys, yeah, local guys.
we were there to fix the shocks or the tires because they were rubbing, so jacking up the shocks. Andy out of the blue just asked some random guy. He's like, "Hey, you got a nitrous big block converter laying around?"
Some dude, he's just cruising past, and I just yelled out, "Oh man, do you know any car guys around here? You want to try and buy some standard rims or something?" He goes, "Oh no, but I got a race car dude up the road. You know, he's in the thing." So he's rung him up, and he wouldn't answer his phone because he might be a bit of a, I don't know if they're friends or not. Anyway, he rang him back, and he's turned up, and he's a bit of a guide of the town apparently. So he, yeah man, come back to my house. His neighbour had the hoist, went in there, and he's got the converter ready, and it's all fell into place. It was good.
So
yeah,
it's in there.
it's in
I
there.
have no idea what he just said, but
So yeah.
we'll see what it does.
Blah, 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 blah.
Riki's holding us up like we're supposed to be in
We're-
the lanes right now,
Boys are going now,
and he keeps yelling at us that we need a video. So
but we still haven't resolved the heating problem. We got twice the distance to do tonight, so it was like 9 hours to do 80 miles last night. Now it's going to be, I don't know, 18 hours.
So how are you going to solve those?
Oh, we got a plate across here to try and keep the air in. Like we pulled the bonnet off last night to give it airflow. It was cold out, but still was rising up to 215 degrees. Aiden found a sweet spot where you're just cruising at 50 mile an hour at $2,000, and it sort of went up and down. So we can do that, but it'd be a long journey. So, all right. See how we go. Spray and pray.
Way better for Tom. 933! What the heck?
A 933.
At 146.
Oh crap!
Woo! Finally figured something out.
Yeah.
new converter got us going.
Is that all it was?
Yeah, and that was still the that was way less in it than the 11-second pass yesterday.
Now it's all up
So
here.
it's all,
We've got a baseline now.
the 250 was coming on instantly yesterday, and it didn't come on for like 2 seconds today. So we were through the 60 before it came on, and we were at 1.560 versus 2.60, so we picked up a second without spraying anything. We got here, rushed to get the car track ready, which is changing plugs and everything, so you gotta let it cool down. So threw suit on, got up there, got in the lanes, and forgot to throw the race tune in it. So it was just anything that's on the small screen on the Terminator, and we didn't save the new race tune in there. We only saved the one that we were anticipating on using, which is the 2-second delay on the 250 shot. So we can get that 60 down quite a bit, and we were 146 mile an hour out the back. So she's back halfing, and she's a nitrous car, so she can front half.
got a hole on the left.
Lost about 500ths in the 60, so it looked like it shook a little, and then it just didn't really have all we wanted in the middle. And then I go throw the chutes at the end, and I have my chute bag. I ordered one from Summit, and it's crappy US, or no, I shouldn't say UPS. UPS is the good guys. FedEx said there's too many cars for them to come in and deliver my part, so I ended up using the chute that I shouldn't have used, and it almost cost me because it got caught up in my other chute.
I saw that. It went all wonky.
Yeah, so I didn't have. Really, I had one chute that was late, and I was hopping all down the track, bouncing, tires chirping, and it was sketchy. So that alone was enough for me to say, you know what, 61, Steve's got to run a 6:30 to catch up to us, to tie us, and I don't think that's going to happen in this heat. So we're getting out of here. We're going to go have lunch before we leave here. 12:30, we're ready to leave, and that has never happened to us before because we usually don't settle for whatever unless we get what we want. We never get what we want the first one, except for last year, the first day, we went a 640 right off the trailer, and we're good. But this one here, yeah, we're happy enough. I mean, Devin's out, you know, with his problems, so really, Steve's the only real competition right now, and he's having problems. So even if he runs his best, we should be able to. We can run faster too. So we'll let him struggle, and we're gonna go try to beat the rain a little bit.
Nick Deal, Kalamazoo, Michigan. Deal Brothers Racing, out of Auto Dynamics shop.
David Deal, same thing.
Yeah, brothers. I know. I'm the
The better looking brother.
The younger one, the
Better
old,
looking
the
one.
prepping one. We have a 2001 Mustang, Chevy powered, still small block, LS, 400 cubic inch, just over 400 I think now, but roughly 400 cubic inch. Single turbo, small.
Bullseye 110 NLX.
Yep. Still got a small turbo technically. We might need a little bigger. Running smallest tires, a 29-10-5 this weekend because our other wheels I messed up our other wheels. So no other guys are running 28s in our class. We've actually been faster on a 28 than we go on a 29-10-5. It kills our gear ratio. I don't think it's an advantage at all, but these wheels look a whole lot better this weekend. So we're gonna keep these on here. Yeah, overall, I think we did pretty good.
First in our class.
Dirt overall. And it's impressive because we're the only one in the top, I think 10 or 15 that's a small block, single turbo, small tire. So I was upset with our run yesterday, thought we could have done better. I think I'm always gonna say that. We could have ran our personal best and I still think we could do better. We got some work to do to stay where we're at. We want a guitar. We come to just win our class and beat Doug, but now we got our sights a little higher and we're gonna try. I mean, it's gonna be tough. You got Alex Taylor and Steve Morris and guys like Clark and of course Goldstone and Doug Cook. We got to battle out with the best. That's why we're here. Testing at 131 didn't go well because we blew the intake into the orbit. So we had 2 days to try to get the car back around. Good news is that we don't have quit in this, so we decided not only would we fix it, but we would get down to Byron early so that we could get some testing in, and then why not throw it to the next level and jump in 2 classes while we're there, right?
And a street class we had to go do an hour-and-a-half drive on.
Yeah, hour and a half
small
drive.
tire class with a bunch of killers.
Yeah, the other class we went a couple rounds and they were pro mods. They're getting pushed the lanes, and here's Dave rolling up with his Bluetooth playing on his phone and rolling his windows up, power windows, driving to the lanes. I think you were seeing Spice Girls at one point. Like,
yeah,
we got some in-car footage. That's
Spice
kind of
Girls
goofy.
going on. All sorts of cool stuff.
But I mean, it's been a good week. We don't mind working hard. Kind of part of who we are. We don't want to work hard if we don't have to.
Yeah, prefer not.
Let's hope the rest of this week goes like yesterday, and we'll take it and we'll keep moving on.
What about today? What are you thinking about Great Lakes?
We love this
Love the
track.
track.
Oh,
Love the people. The people here.
Wow.
Hands down, some of the best atmosphere in drag racing I've been. We've been to probably close to 100 tracks in this country at this given point, and I don't think anybody compares to this yet that I've ever seen.
The Midwest alone, but this track in particular does it better than everybody else, I think, and that's just my opinion. I've been all over, like you said. So we're hoping to sew up and sew out. We're gonna try to push the limit. We're gonna push it a little farther into the 6s. Definitely want to get into the 80s, and I would like to be a bottom 80 today. But at the same time, we got to play it somewhat safe. Make sure we get a good pass first time out. Once again, small block, small cubic inch, single turbo, small tire car, sitting number 2 overall, number 1 in class. All the big tire floppy things there's one guy ahead of us with floppy tires. He's already left. He's number 1. We're working on coming after him. Maybe not today, not tomorrow, but someday. The rest of the big twin turbo, big cubic inch, big tire guys, they're looking at taillights right now. They got to try to catch us now. So we're not the ones chasing. For once, we're actually being chased. And it's a good day when that's happening. We still got, 3 more days. 3 more days, stay in the 6s, and then we're going to turn it up. We haven't turned it up yet. We're going to be consistent and easy on her. But at the end of the week, we want to see something a lot deeper in the 6s than what you guys have seen yet. And if we can, we will. So.
made. It's 1320 video, shutter, and speed. It's all of last year's photos, 2024, and I have 189 pages. It's every event we covered. And as you can see, there's a bunch of photos, there's some write-ups, and it's really just a bunch of hand-procured photos, and I designed the whole book myself, made in the USA. Go get it now at 1320video.com.
Getting down there. So that was a 9.0 something. See, a 909 at 151. But the biggest thing is the 60 foot, because that's where we changed. So that was a 135 60 foot versus a 153. So that's the 250 shot on off the leave. So we've got some fuel trimming to do and everything to get it a little faster and before we spray it anymore. But I mean, we're catching up to these boys.
More jet. Watching you, Sam.
Eights are coming up right here. Well, gosh, you got the driver, you got the suit. Did you see that blanket he's wearing? That adds a half a tenth to it, that thing there. But yeah, he's going to be in the eights today, so get ready, y'all. You guys a bit nervous down there. Tell him, get nervous. He's in the eights, so get ready. Yeah, send him fair warning on the thing. All you guys down there, you life tatters to start with, the Bailey boys are coming for you. And then what you told them? The Bailey boys are going for them. Great.
What's your name?
Hi, Jackson.
Jackson, well done, son. Are you a Cleetus fan?
Yeah.
Excellent. How many cars have been by today?
About 30.
30?
Gotta be more than that.
40 maybe?
Well, there's going to be another 300.
Yeah.
Thanks for supporting. We really appreciate people that do stuff like this.
I'm glad you guys come to the area. It's awesome.
Yeah,
I just got back. We're at Union Grove. I just got home. Had to come out and get the signs ready.
You guys rock. You want a sticker?
Oh, thank you. That's
Stickers?
awesome.
Thank you.
Stick the mag, stick the mag. Here we
Yeah,
go.
thank
you. Oh, you buddies?
Yeah. He helped me out on Drag Week when I broke down. When I came and got his Suburban and trailer and
Picked them up in the middle of the night. And
yep.
Him and Steve. And
Me and Steve broke. That's right. Yeah. Now we're just gonna rest and let these things cool off because it's freaking hot out here.
You know what? Your car's been rolling.
Yeah. 201.
no, half mile stuff.
Oh, half mile and standing
It's
mile.
flying.
All that stuff.
No, but what about the event? How have you been running the last 2 days?
One and done. 720 at 198 and 740, which is bad, at 201, which is good. So, yep. So we're gonna take a break and let these things cool down and have a good time.
You'll have a good time here. These people like to party, I can tell.
Oh, we do.
We do.
Yes, we do.
It's like 90 degrees out, and it's about 6,258,000 degrees in there. So our ignition box is up behind the dash, and down at Sick Week, we started having our ignition box turn off on us after about an hour or so of driving because it was overheating. So we got some fans we just put in back behind there, and I'm just trying to wire them up kind of ghetto just to have some airflow across the ignition box while we're driving. I prefer me, but you know, I'm selling for the ignition box.
Other than that, how's the car going?
Everything else is going good. Oil pressure's a little lower than I like. I don't have an oil cooler on the car, so I imagine my oil temp's pretty high. But other than that, coolant temp, trans temp, everything else is great. So no problems there. Everything's going smooth sailing. Other than Nick booked the rooms at the wrong place, and now he's trying to get it figured out. So we ain't got nowhere to stay tonight. So anybody that sees us, you know, I mean, we might need a cuddle buddy.
Slick Willie Radio, and we're doing a video. I didn't clean up for this, but you know. So you guys are from Australia, came all the way over here, man. This is pretty cool. Have you ever seen anything like this in Australia? No, never. Another grocery getter. What take it back? There's food and stuff out back.